Stop right there, because everything you've been told about aging and weak legs is wrong. They told you it was inevitable. They told you that after a certain age, your muscles simply waste away, and there's nothing you can do about it. Well, today I'm going to prove that is absolutely false, and I'm going to show you exactly what to eat every single day to build stronger, more powerful legs, even if you are 70, 80, or yes, even 90 years old. I'm Dr. Mandell, and I've spent decades working with patients in their later years, watching them go from barely being able to get out of a chair to walking upstairs, gardening, playing with their grandchildren, living life fully again. And the science behind what I'm about to share with you is extraordinary. Here's something that stopped me cold when I first read it. A landmark study published by researchers at Tufts University's Human Nutrition Research Center on Aging found that strategic nutrition intervention in adults over 65 increased muscle protein synthesis. That means your body's ability to actually build new muscle tissue by up to 40% in just 12 weeks. 40%. And I want you to stay with me all the way to number 1 on this list, because the most powerful food I'm going to reveal today is something sitting in almost every grocery store right now. And I'd be willing to bet most of you have never connected it to the strength in your legs. Before we dive in, I want to ask you something personal. Drop a comment below and tell me how old you are and what part of your body gives you the most trouble when it comes to staying active. Is it your knees, your balance, just general weakness? I read every single comment personally, and your answers actually shape the content I create for you. So please take 5 seconds and let me know. It means everything to me. Now, what we're going to count down today is the 6 most powerful foods for building and preserving leg strength in older adults, ranked from number 6 all the way down to number 1, the most impactful of them all. These are not random health foods. Every single one of these works through a specific biological mechanism that is especially important after the age of 60, when your body begins to experience what scientists call anabolic resistance. That simply means your muscles stop responding to protein and exercise the way they used to, and you need targeted nutritional support to overcome that resistance. Let's begin. Coming in at number 6, and this one surprises almost everyone I tell it to, is beetroot. Not beet chips, not beet flavored anything. Actual beets, whether fresh, cooked, or in pure juice form. Here's why this matters so much for your legs specifically. Researchers at Wake Forest University conducted a study on adults with an average age of 69 and found that beetroot juice increased blood flow to the brain's white matter by nearly 20%. But the vascular benefits don't stop at the brain. Your leg muscles, particularly the large quadriceps at the front of your thigh and the hamstrings at the back, are among the most blood-hungry tissues in your entire body. After the age of 70, the tiny blood vessels that supply oxygen and nutrients to muscle fibers begin to stiffen and narrow. Think of it like a garden hose that's been left in the sun too long. It loses its flexibility and water can't flow through it as freely. Beets are extraordinarily rich in natural compounds called dietary nitrates, which your body converts into nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is your blood vessel's best friend. It causes them to relax and widen, dramatically improving circulation to your legs. A study published in the Journal of Applied Physiology showed that older adults who consumed beetroot juice before exercise had 13% greater muscle efficiency during low-intensity exercise, meaning their muscles were working smarter, not harder. For preparation, aim for half a cup of cooked beets daily, or 4 to 8 ounces of pure beetroot juice. The optimal time is about 90 minutes before any physical activity, including even a short walk. For enhanced absorption, pair your beets with a small amount of vitamin C. A squeeze of fresh lemon juice works perfectly because vitamin C helps convert nitrates into active nitric oxide more efficiently. Number 5 is a food that has been eaten for thousands of years and is one of the most underappreciated muscle foods for seniors alive today. I'm talking about edamame, those young green soybeans that are so often served as a simple appetizer and dismissed as a snack. Margaret, a 78-year-old patient from Boca Raton, Florida, came to see me 3 years ago, barely able to walk down her own driveway. Her legs were so weak she had given up driving because she couldn't trust her right leg to press the brake pedal with confidence. Within 6 months of changing her nutrition, and edamame was a cornerstone of her new eating plan, she was back behind the wheel and walking 1.5 miles every morning. She calls me her miracle worker, but the truth is, the food did the work. Here's the science. Edamame contains an exceptional combination of complete plant protein, meaning it has all 9 essential amino acids your muscles need to repair and grow, and a specific compound called beta-cytosterol, which research from the University of Illinois has shown helps reduce systemic inflammation in muscle tissue. After age 65, chronic low-grade inflammation, sometimes called inflammaging by researchers, is one of the primary saboteurs of muscle strength. It quietly degrades muscle fibers faster than your body can rebuild them. Edamame fights this at the cellular level. 1 cup of edamame delivers 17 grams of protein and 8 grams of fiber. Eat it lightly steamed with a pinch of sea salt and pair it with a drizzle of olive oil to enhance absorption of its fat-soluble anti-inflammatory compounds. Aim for 1 cup 3 to 4 times per week. Number 4 is one that the conventional medical world has finally started catching up on, though many doctors still don't emphasize it enough. That is wild-caught salmon. I want to be very specific, wild-caught, not farmed, because the difference in nutritional profile is significant. Wild salmon contains up to 4 times the omega-3 fatty acid content of farmed varieties. Now, you've heard about omega-3s before, but let me tell you what they specifically do for aging legs that most people don't know. Omega-3 fatty acids, particularly EPA and DHA, directly combat what researchers call anabolic resistance. That phenomenon I mentioned earlier where your older muscles simply stop responding as well to protein. A study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that omega-3 supplementation in adults over 60 increased the muscle sensitivity to amino acids by 35%. 35%. That means the same protein you eat becomes dramatically more effective at building muscle when omega-3s are present. Beyond that, salmon is rich in astaxanthin, a powerful antioxidant that gives salmon its pink color. Research from the Karolinska Institute in Sweden found that astaxanthin reduces oxidative damage in muscle mitochondria, or the tiny energy factories inside every muscle cell, by up to 65% in aged tissue. Think of your mitochondria like the engine of a car. As you age, the engine gets gummed up with oxidative debris and runs less efficiently. Astaxanthin is like a complete engine flush. Aim for 6 ounces of wild-caught salmon 3 times per week. Prepare it simply, baked or pan-seared with olive oil and garlic. Pair it with a side of leafy greens like spinach for the magnesium content, which enhances muscle contraction and energy production at the cellular level. Scientific references for all of these studies are linked in the description below. Now, if you're finding this information valuable and I truly believe it can change your life, please take a moment right now and hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Every week, I put out content designed specifically for adults over 60 who want to live stronger, more independent, more joyful lives, and it costs you nothing to be part of this community. Hit subscribe right now, and let's keep this going together. Number 3 is something so ordinary, so humble, so overlooked that when I tell my patients this is one of the most powerful leg-strengthening foods on earth, they actually laugh. Until I show them the research. I'm talking about whole eggs, the entire egg, yolk, and all. For decades, seniors were told to avoid the yolk because of cholesterol. That advice has now been thoroughly overturned by modern nutritional science, and avoiding the yolk may have been quietly robbing older adults of one of nature's most complete muscle-building packages. Robert was 82 years old, from Flagstaff, Arizona, a former carpenter who told me his legs felt like wet noodles. He'd been eating only egg whites for 15 years because of old dietary advice. Within 8 weeks of eating 2 whole eggs daily, his grip strength and his ability to rise from a seated position without using his hands had noticeably improved. He said, and I'll never forget this, Doc, I feel like I borrowed someone else's legs. The yolk contains leucine, the most anabolically active amino acid known to science, the one that literally flips the switch in your muscle cells to start building new tissue. It also contains choline, which is critical for the nerve signals that tell your leg muscles to contract. After age 75, nerve signal transmission to lower limb muscles declines by as much as 30%, making choline absolutely essential. The yolk also provides vitamins D and K2, which work together to drive calcium into your bones and muscle tissue rather than letting it calcify in your arteries. 2 to 3 whole eggs daily, ideally in the morning, give your muscles the building blocks they need first thing. Pair them with smoked salmon for a leucine and omega-3 combination that research shows is synergistically more effective than either alone. The protein synthesis effect is amplified significantly when these two are combined. Number 2, and I want you to pay very close attention here because this one genuinely shocks people. The second most powerful leg-strengthening food for seniors is tart cherry, specifically Montmorency tart cherries, either frozen, dried, or as concentrated juice. Not sweet cherries, not maraschino cherries, but tart cherries. Here's why this is so remarkable. Researchers at the University of Vermont conducted a study in which older adults experiencing significant muscle weakness and soreness consumed tart cherry juice for just 7 days. The results showed a 22% reduction in markers of muscle damage and a 34% improvement in muscle strength recovery following exercise. But here's what makes tart cherry uniquely valuable for seniors. It contains one of the highest concentrations of anthocyanins, natural pigments that are among the most potent anti-inflammatory and antioxidant compounds in the entire food kingdom, combined with naturally occurring melatonin, which dramatically improves sleep quality. And this is the connection most people miss entirely. Deep restorative sleep is when your legs actually rebuild. Human growth hormone, the primary hormone responsible for muscle repair and regeneration, is released almost entirely during deep sleep. After age 60, both sleep quality and growth hormone secretion decline by up to 75% compared to younger adults. Tart cherry juice has been shown in studies at Louisiana State University to increase sleep time by an average of 84 minutes per night in adults over 65. 84 minutes of additional deep sleep every single night dramatically amplifies the effect of everything else you eat. The dosage is 8 ounces of tart cherry juice consumed 30 minutes before bed. Pair it with a small amount of magnesium glycinate, about 200 milligrams, which further deepens sleep and also directly supports muscle relaxation and recovery overnight. And now, number 1, the single most powerful, scientifically supported, most accessible food on this entire list for building stronger legs in seniors. And I told you at the beginning it would surprise you. Number 1 is Greek yogurt, full fat, plain, live culture Greek yogurt. Patricia was 91 years old. You heard me right, 91. She lived alone in her home in Sarasota, Florida, and she came to me through her daughter, who was worried Patricia was going to fall. She was frail, her legs barely carried her to the mailbox and back. I put her on a targeted nutrition plan, and Greek yogurt was the anchor of it. 8 months later, Patricia was using a walker only on her worst days, had gained 4 pounds of lean muscle mass, verified on a body composition scan, and was making her own meals independently. She celebrated her 92nd birthday by walking unassisted to blow out her candles. I have never felt more proud of a patient. Here's why Greek yogurt is number 1. 1 cup of full-fat Greek yogurt contains between 17 and 20 grams of highly bioavailable protein that your aging gut can actually absorb and use, along with live probiotic cultures that heal the gut lining and dramatically improve your overall protein absorption capacity. After age 70, intestinal permeability and digestive enzyme production decline substantially, meaning even if you eat enough protein, your body may only be absorbing a fraction of it. The probiotics in Greek yogurt directly restore the gut environment needed to maximize protein uptake from every meal you eat. Beyond that, Greek yogurt is rich in calcium and phosphorus in their most bioavailable forms, directly strengthening the bones that your leg muscles attach to. Weak bones mean weak legs, regardless of muscle mass. It also provides a naturally high concentration of branched-chain amino acids, particularly leucine, isoleucine, and valine, which are the specific amino acid types most responsible for triggering muscle protein synthesis in elderly adults. Research from Maastricht University in the Netherlands found that dairy-derived protein in older adults was 31% more effective at stimulating muscle building compared to plant protein alone. Due to its superior leucine content and digestibility, the ideal timing is to consume 1 cup of Greek yogurt within 45 minutes after any physical activity. Even a short walk counts, because this is your muscle's peak window for absorbing nutrients and beginning repair. Pair it with a small handful of walnuts to add omega-3 fatty acids, which, as we discussed, dramatically increase the muscle's sensitivity to the protein you're feeding it. Top it with a drizzle of raw honey, which provides glucose to replenish muscle glycogen and enhance the uptake of amino acids into the muscle cell. So here's what I want you to understand, and please hear me with your whole heart when I say this. Weak legs are not your destiny. Loss of independence is not something you are required to accept simply because the calendar has turned. I have watched patients in their 80s and 90s reclaim their ability to walk, climb stairs, live in their own homes, hold their great-grandchildren, and wake up every morning with something to look forward to. The human body, even at its most advanced age, has a breathtaking capacity to respond to the right nutrition. Your muscles are listening, your cells are waiting. Every single day is an opportunity to give your body the building blocks it needs to carry you forward, literally. It is never, ever too late to become stronger. If this video gave you something valuable today, please subscribe to this channel right now and share this with someone you love who needs to hear it. And tell me in the comments which of these 6 foods are you going to start with and how old are you? I personally read every comment and I look forward to hearing your story. I'm Dr. Mandell, and I'll see you in the next video.